If you're an Amazon seller and you're trying to launch new products, rank higher, overall scale your Amazon business, then keep watching this video because Troy and I are about to share with you a couple of strategies that we have been finding working pretty well so far in the year of 2021. Now, a lot of changes are happening with Amazon, with Facebook ads, with overall ranking products on Amazon. So these are just a couple of the strategies that we've been finding have been working out pretty well so far. So let's go ahead and jump into it, starting with introducing you to Troy. What's up, Troy?
Hey, Ian. Glad to be here. Exciting topic to cover when it comes to ranking as an Amazon seller. This is where you, again, should be spending a disproportionate amount of your time and really feeling comfortable and confident with some of the strategies and the things that we'll talk about that's working today.
For sure. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Ian Smith. I run an Amazon marketing agency called Evolve Media. We work with a ton of Amazon sellers to help them with ranking higher using strategies like direct mail marketing, Google ads, Facebook ads, messenger bots, email marketing, all that kind of stuff. So if you want to book a free consulting call with me, then head over to evolvemedia.agency. You can book right there in the calendar. We can talk about your business and which strategies are really going to be best for you to help you scale your Amazon business. So let's go ahead and jump into one strategy that Troy has to help you rank new products. Troy, what is the strategy?
Yeah, surprise, surprise. This is going to be rebates. Now, rebates are really a tried and true, almost perfect model from which you can rank on Amazon, because what we're doing is we're creating a perceivably organic buying experience with the full purchase or full price rebate that we are making customers eligible for. Then it really becomes a question of what type of journey we're taking those customers on. And ManyChat has been exceptional for this. For hyper-growth brands that are generating millions in profit, they are heavily relying on this. We see this a lot at Seller.Tools. And with some of the changes we've seen with ManyChat, they're taking rebates and moving them most notably and using SMS, not relying on Messenger or any some of the problems that you can necessarily see there. And email's still available there too. But SMS, with its insane open rates, with a highly reliable form of data, so you get a higher quality customer because you have a better identification against that customer, and then owning the customer journey with an effective strategy like rebates. It doesn't have the shining object necessarily as much anymore, but it's sort of that tried and true, if you do it right, execution matters, but it's an extremely effective strategy for winning your most important keywords and ranking on Amazon.
Yeah, definitely. Now, chances are that you've heard of rebates using ManyChat and messenger bots and things like that. What Troy is suggesting here is really the SMS aspect of it. So Troy, let's dive a little bit deeper. Tell us a little bit of strategies as far as the SMS. Now, is it exactly like ManyChat and how it's a back and forth conversation and, they're submitting their order verification, ID and stuff? Is it just like that?
Yeah, it's really set up in the same way that you would do it in ManyChat with just Messenger follow-up, which is our default. That's the way we think of, ManyChat is just Messenger. But it's configured much in the same way. You just, in your flow builder, change from Messenger to SMS messaging, understanding there's character limits, and it's a different sort of form of communication. So really understanding the nuances. But in terms of how you build it out, how you engage with the customer, how you have those conversations in live chat, or even automate a lot of that activity, it really is set up the same. And that's really for sellers is thinking, how do I take ManyChat to its fullest potential? You start bringing in these other channel ways of engaging with a customer, SMS and email notably outside of Messenger, but SMS is just really powerful. It's just, we know it can often be intimidating. That's why we see big brands gravitating towards it, because they sort of get it. It lands with them. But if you're a small seller, take the time to really understand and grasp, okay, this great power of getting in touch with people so easily with great open rates is something you want to handle with great care, but it's immensely effective when done right.
Yeah, and just a couple of things that, I got to say about SMS is that, first of all, it's brand new. ManyChat offering SMS in this way is brand new technology. So I definitely recommend testing around with it, seeing what kind of response you get, how effective it is for you. Now, with SMS, you obviously have the pros and the cons. The cons being, well, it's a very personal way to communicate with somebody. You may get some annoyances and some backlash from it, but the pros are that you're not having to rely on the Facebook Messenger platform. There can be a lot of cons with Facebook Messenger, the 24-hour rule, potentially getting your page blocked. there's the glitches that just happen with ManyChat and Messenger, or mostly Messenger. I mean, that I've personally been seeing a lot. So I think SMS texting is definitely something to experiment with, to see, especially if you've been running a lot of rebate campaigns or doing a lot of chat bots in Messenger and ManyChat, and run this maybe on a small scale to see how SMS with ManyChat works out for you. Now, there is a little bit of a different pricing structure, right, Troy? You think you have to pay like a per message fee with ManyChat?
Yep, that's correct. And I think your point is great. If you're just starting out, maybe take a free Seller.tools flow, implement it, and then bolt on 1 or 2 SMS messages so you can see, okay, this is how this message has been sent out. Let's look at those open rates. Let's see how the customer engages, but sort of level up some of your existing strategies by bolting on SMS and then explore more. We have a SMS rebate automation flow as an example, where we've altered sort of our tried and true rebate automation that's seen tens of millions of rebates. It's seen a lot of volume, and we've tweaked it to where we've taken some of the bigger steps once the order is verified, and we've taken a customer through an SMS journey. But take the low-hanging fruit, just implement it maybe in your existing flows, and then as you get more comfortable, it can start taking over more of your customer journey and your flow within Flow Builder right in ManyChat.
Definitely. Yeah. So you never know. SMS could definitely be the future. You want to be an early bird for sure, because just like what we saw with ManyChat and Messenger, to be an early bird before that whole 24-hour rule came out, man, it was great. It was awesome. Now that with the 24-hour rule, it's a bit difficult, bit tricky. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on to my strategy, which is, it comes down to basically Google Ads and email marketing. And so if you're going to run any kind of ad campaigns, external traffic from Amazon, nowadays I'm kind of leaning more towards Google Ads, because you can be more specific in your targeting. People are typing in certain keywords. They're actively searching for those keywords. So chances are is they're closer to making that buying decision, because they're actually searching for what you have to offer. Versus on Facebook, they're just browsing content. They're not necessarily searching for exactly what you're selling. So with Google Ads, you're one step closer to completing that sale. Now, instead of just driving them from Google straight to your Amazon product page, what I recommend is driving them to a landing page where they can opt in for a promo code. Maybe it's a 10 to 20% promo code. You don't want to go too big, but this is going to be an Amazon promo code, and you're going to say, hey, here's our product. Now, if you want to take advantage of a special offer, here is a 10% off, 15, 20% off promo code that we would like to give you. Simply give us your name and email address. We'll give you that promo code to use on Amazon, and then you have an automated email sent to them immediately that sends them the email. And so you're getting their email address. And then with that email address, you then have the ability to follow up with them. Maybe a day later, you send them a second email saying, hey, first name, or, whatever, if you want to say their name or not. And you say, hey, just wanted to remind you that promo code is going to be expiring here soon. Want to make sure that you used it. Oh, by the way, if you did use it, please be sure to leave us a review after you receive the product. That's a day later reminder. And then maybe you have like a week or 2 or 3 weeks later down the road, another email that gets sent to them saying, hey, just want to remind you to use that promo code. If you did use it, please do leave us a review. We live and die by reviews. Reviews are everything to us. So please leave us a review. So you're getting a lot of value from that flow, getting their email, or if you want to try out SMS, do this whole communication on the text messaging side of things, but giving that promo code and then getting that contact information to then be able to follow up with them and ask for the review is going to be a lot better than just sending traffic straight to Amazon. But by all means, split test it and see what works. Yeah.
And I think too, one of the important things is we're talking about maybe more on the pre-purchase side, direct response and using ads. I think it's also an important point, sort of a third ranking objective and a really powerful and effective strategy is post-purchase, is really what are you doing on the other side of when you earn, let's say somebody who purchases via a Google ad and gets that 10% off. Well, that's somebody who is interested in your product, has not necessarily paid and gone through a rebate type offer, but that may be somebody that you want to continue with the relationship with, that you maybe want to relaunch products or give them a supplement or know who, at the very least, who that customer is. And that's where post-purchase strategies are as important as the two things that we've touched on, Ian, is really understanding, does the customer transact and that's the end? Or are you building more value, a better relationship by thinking about, hey, inserts, stickers, packaging, what am I doing in the course of that transaction, that buying experience, to get and build more value?
Definitely. Yeah. And being able to contact them is really the foundation of everything. Just being able to have that communication with them. So yeah, those are our 2 strategies for you. Hopefully you do test around with SMS marketing, email marketing, driving traffic to Amazon, trying to get a little bit of something in return instead of just driving traffic straight to Amazon, trying to get a little bit of contact info, having a post-purchase strategy set up in place. So yeah, hopefully you got value from this video. If you did, click that thumbs up button. Thank you so much for watching, and I guess we'll catch you in the next one.